Hello, everyone, and welcome back to yet another episode of the Velocity Channel. Listen, I want to encourage you today that just because you don't have the money does not mean you cannot pay for it. Why? Because there's money all around you, and we're going to show you where that money is. But before we continue, I want you to do something for me. Like, share, and subscribe all over the world, right? Because people all over the world need to know how to get money that they already have, not sitting in the bank account, but in this little known secret place. So here's what I'm talking about. I actually looked at my Adobe account, which I normally pay $29.99 for. That's a total of $359.99 per year. Now, if I were to pay annually, right? Hey, let's say that they have a discount, right? Or a 50% discount, maybe a 10% discount, maybe a 15% discount if I paid annually. What would that look like? Well, guess what it would look like? It would look less than, let me get this right, less than $359.99. You thought I was going to do some math here for you, right? But can we agree that 15% off means it's going to be less than $359.99, not more than $359.99. And that's what I'm paying, right? Was paying when I was paying $29.99 per month. And so you say, well, CJ, what if you can't pay the 300 or the 15% off and pay the annual? Shouldn't you just pay the monthly payment? Well, if you want to do that, you definitely can. However, remember that you need to use the line of credit that you have, right? We need to use that $1,000 line of credit. You can use that $500 line of credit. Why is that? Because if you use the $500 line of credit, right, and you get a discount, right, you're not going to be paying the $359.99, but you get a discount. Guess what? Guess who you're paying monthly? Oh my goodness, this is exciting. Guess who you're paying monthly when you make those payments? Not Adobe. You're paying monthly to yourself, right? Whatever that payment looks like, whatever the minimum payment on this looks like, this line of credit looks like. And that, folks, is what it's all about. That's how you do your personal credit. That's how you do your business credit. That's how you do your business period. And you may say, CJ, I don't have a business. Listen, are you alive? Listen, life is a business. Go ahead and write that in the comments, please. Life is a business, and you got to know how to steward it right so that it continues to grow. Because guess what happens when you start using this line of credit and you start making those monthly payments on time, which means early? What happens then? Do you get an increase in your line of credit? You absolutely do. Now, some of you are wondering, well, but the current situation is real estate. No, real estate's not in a bubble, so just squash that. Okay. The current banks that are in trouble. What about that? Well, what about that? That's what happens when you're not that good a steward at your finances. That's what happens when you do things the traditional way and not the better way. I'm not saying that the traditional way is bad. All I'm saying is that I'm glad that we are not in horse and buggies anymore. Does that make sense? Absolutely. You can ride on a horse and buggy. I'm not jonesing or you know what I mean? Tripping on a horse and buggy. I'm just saying I would rather get around in a car, in a vehicle, right, that goes 65, 70 miles an hour versus a horse on a dirt road, okay? It's all about better, right? You can do anything you want to, but is it best for you, right? And that's what we got to look at. That's what we got to look at when we look at this and they say, listen, we can go ahead and give you 15% off if you pay annually, right? Let's say it's going to be 15% off of that. Listen, it's going to be less than that, okay? And you're going to pay with the line of credit. Maybe yours is $1,500. I don't know. But you're going to pay with the line of credit. Then you're going to make those payments to who? Make those payments to yourself. But how are you going to pay it? This is exciting, y'all. How are you going to pay? With your income. You're going to pay with your income. Okay? You say, well, what about my expenses? Yeah, you're going to You're going to have your expenses come from there as well. Now, you may want a higher line of credit, right? You may want a higher line of credit if you're going to do the expenses and you have more than $1,500 worth of expenses, okay? But it's going to come from the same account, the line of credit. You see, the line of credit is your new checking account. And that's what I want to hammer into your heads, okay? That's why we pay annually. That's why. Because when we're paying back, we're paying it to us, not to someone else. Folks, I know you like those financings, right? But every time you spend that money, guess where it's going? Away from you. Okay? Let's go ahead and let's do that movement there. You know? Imagine this arrow is going like this. All right? It's going away from you. Away from you. It's raining over there. But what we want is for the payments to come back to you so that when you pay, well, you can borrow again. Okay? That's what we want. We want it cycling. You know how powerful cycles are? Watch this. Summer, winter, spring, fall. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. The sun rises, the sun sets, and it goes on and on and on. It's a way of life. And so why in the world would you settle for one-way payments? This is how you're not afraid of loans, because you're not afraid to pay with your line of credit, to pay with your checking account as well. That's right. You can still do velocity banking even if you don't have a line of credit. That's why people get our new velocity banking tool, right? And they're like, my goodness, I can't believe that this is all I had to do. Plug your information in and it spits out what you need to do month after month after month. And you can be like Margaret that paid everything off. She said her mom was her inspiration. Now she did it because of this velocity banking tool. All right. So folks, velocity banking, remember, paying annually. It's not that bad. Not when you have the finances to do it. Because now, right, that monthly $29.99, what are we doing with it now? It's coming back to us. You say, but CJ, I don't have a line of credit. That's all right. You know, you were paying the $29.99. Keep paying yourself that. You saved up. You saved up. Now you can go ahead and pay for that system for the year and keep that $29.99 going back to you. Keep that $29.99 going back to the card. Keep on keeping on and have that income, those expenses, have it come out of the card. Have it come out of the line of credit. And the spread is what's going to pay it down so you don't have to worry about any minimum monthly payments as long as it's at appropriate amount, okay? Folks, you need to get in contact with me so that I can show you what we partnered with. My goodness, it'll set your world on fire. You already seen the videos, and now I just want to let you know that we are open to talk to you and to consult with you to see your best path. Everybody's on a different path. We want to see the best one for you. If it's with us, that's great. If it's not, we want to set you on a path that will make sure that the money flows back to you so that you can have this, okay, in your life. God bless. Share this all over the world. You take care. Bye-bye.